it's important too to realize that when you have a home-based business, you have those tax advantages and you have the success advantages that a business owner does. You really can say who, what, when, where, and why about your life and your business. So that's just a small taste of what an online business can give you. I'm sure that some of the reasons that you ended up at my site and have even signed up for the 7-day series of videos is because you are looking specifically, what does your heart tell you about a home-based business? Is the internet the right way to go, or are you more of a kind of brick and mortar person? Do you really need to be offline where you're engaging people one-on-one and talking with them? If that's more of you, then maybe an online business isn't for you, and that's okay. That's part of what understanding yourself is all about. Understanding how you fit with a potential business is going to make you that much more passionate about what you're doing. So the last thing I want to talk about on this particular video is the reality of internet marketing. There have been a lot of changes in the last, 2 to 3 years in the internet marketing world. It's constantly changing, but there's been some really big changes of late that have been driven by the FTC or the Federal Trade Commission. Google, for one, is a major player in advertising on the internet because they're the #1 search engine worldwide. And they've been asked to crack down on what they call spammy advertising. And a lot of those people that have been affected have been home-based business owners. Doesn't mean they did anything illegal, doesn't mean they did anything wrong, but it means that maybe they failed to adjust with Google as Google put up new policies and procedures. Well, that is just one example of some of the issues around internet marketing that make it important to be able to know what you're doing. And the reason I say that about you knowing what you're doing, it's one thing to be able to sign up with a company that may offer you a lot of services, may offer you training, things like that. Those are important pieces of the foundation of your business, is that you can be on the cutting edge. Looking for a company, and we're going to talk about some of these specific types of companies and how you can operate, with or without some of these services. But having a company that's committed to staying cutting edge, and if their product is designed to be delivered on the internet, delivered via email, that they know and can keep up with policies and legal requirements of the various businesses that must market on the internet. Knowing that, when you look for a company, you need to be focused on their ability to be excellent and to stay excellent and to be able to relay that information to you. And if you pay them for that service, that's okay. If you look outside of your company to get that type of training, there's lots of it available, but it's really about being committed to being a learner, being committed to gaining additional wisdom about being an internet marketer. And I think that with that knowledge becomes that strength, that power that you need to be able to be your own boss. The one thing to also remember too is if you go online, and because there are rules in business and that you're putting yourself out there in ads and content and articles that you might write or videos that you might put out, that you have to be real about what you're doing. The reality of internet marketing is today is that companies that take your advertising or convey your message expect you to be transparent, and they expect you to be truthful. Now, I'm not saying that most people aren't. I'm just saying that most people will look for a way to get in to a situation on the internet with maybe the least amount of understanding or the least amount of money. And some of these types of things can get them into trouble. And what I'm basically saying is that any home-based business that operates online has to understand that if they fail to be excellent, fail to keep up, that there are consequences to those actions, which could end up being kicked off of that particular service, not being able to market with them anymore, and that takes a chunk out of your leverage. And it also can lead to potential personal liability. And I say that not to scare you. In fact, it's really a good thing to know that when you get on the internet, and if you're committed to being one who knows their stuff and will learn their stuff and stay with it, that you're going to be in good company, that you're going to be with other people that do the same thing. That makes all of everybody's advertising better. That means more customers are going to come surfing and searching for what you have to offer, not less. So Again, I want to just review, we've covered the differences between an online business and an offline business. We've talked about the benefits of an online business and how that can really impact your life and your lifestyle. And we've talked about the reality of internet marketing and how it can be a really great thing to be on the cutting edge of information and be committed to learning how to do that. But also to remember that if we fail to do that, and if that doesn't interest you or doesn't give you cause, or that you don't desire to be a part of that type of fast-paced marketing situation, then maybe you should look elsewhere. But remind yourself that when you are committed to being an online marketer, that there are great resources out there, and there are great companies that will help you stay on the cutting edge. And I'll talk about some of the situations that I find with my personal company that where they have a strength in personal education. So, getting set up for day 2 of your 7-day training, I want to talk about the fact that we're going to be covering some of the different platforms, the different types of businesses that operate online, which are kind of self-standing companies or allowing you to affiliate market. There's lots of different styles of that. And we'll talk about 4 of the main types of that, specifically being direct sales, multi-level marketing / network marketing. We'll talk about auction and how you can make money as an auctioneer, like on eBay. And we'll talk about affiliate marketing and what that's really all about. So thanks for joining me for this particular video. I hope you found it interesting. Look forward to visiting with you again on tomorrow's video, which you'll find in your inbox of your email. Again, happy hunting, and I'll see you tomorrow.